It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you. Well, this is Maiyegun live. Even though this is happening before our usual prime time, I just want to drop this before we get to that time.
Glory you too. Maiyegun diary.
Obi Cubana surrendered himself and visited EFCC after 11 days that they've been expecting him. None of you know about that, none of us, until now. But he's been released. I want to talk about that.
Godfatherism,
some of you may not know, we've been talking about the genocide, the state of emergency declared in eastern Nigeria by Boko Haram's government, but with the support of the Igboho politicians, traditional institutions, and so many others who are playing both sides. On the one hand, they are going to say, well, we don't appreciate military being, military in our region and all of that stuff. But on the other hand, they're actually negotiating for more because with that, they finally have an access to gain money from Boko Haram. Not just that, while they kill their own people.
And yes, so like you too. And yes, so like
whenever terrorist goes into a community, do you know what they do? They shoot indiscriminately, right? And mostly they shoot at civilians, armless civilians. And when they are done shooting, then they burn down properties. And if you see the way the Nigerian soldiers actually operate inside Nigeria, you will be, well, maybe not shocked, but it will shock you to see the kind of arson, the kind of genocide that are state sanctioned, state sponsored, officially sanctioned to be carried out in eastern Nigeria. I'm going to show you a few this period, okay, until later tonight maybe. However, the killings in Enugu, the killings in Ebonyi, the killings in Anambra, all sponsored by Nigeria criminal government in collaboration with the Igbo politicians and Igbo elites. That is where that Cubana comes in. Because you see, you know, you don't have to, let me tell you something. Bokwari getting away with what they are getting away with today. It's not because they are that powerful. No. They are powerful because of those who are enabling them. And most of those who are enabling them comes from the southern Nigeria, where the victimization is no longer hidden. When they picked up Obi Cubana, well, Obi Cubana surrendered himself. Prior to that, this whole thing started when he buried his mom. Number one, we have established the faulty structure called Nigeria, a place whereby nobody trusts nobody. They love to shout one Nigeria, but it is an unwritten code, unwritten law, sort of I don't know, unwritten, I'll say, that they cannot trust anyone from Igbo extraction to lead Nigeria. They cannot trust them to have economic power. They cannot trust them to control defense. All these things that gives them any little power is a threat to those who claim to be the owners of Nigeria. This is an unwritten code, all right? And an average Igbo person, if not all Igbos, knows this. Being profiled or even being gaslighted for everything that is wrong with Nigeria, despite just only because the Igbo says they want to leave. But there are also those who are also living in denial. Those who believe that all it takes is just to do everything, prove everything to these owners of Nigeria. That yes, you may be an Igbo man, but you don't have the mentality of the same Igbo blood, the freedom, the attitude of not want to be a slave to anyone when you can be free. So all you need to do is live in denial. There are those who are doing that, and they have benefited a lot, sincerely speaking. Those who are Igbos, who have pledged to Nigeria, their country, at the expense of the killings, profiling, gaslighting of every Igbo in and outside Nigeria. And this is not even like being patronage. I mean, patronizing them. This is facts. But among those who have kept quiet in southern Nigeria against all this shenanigan, all this criminality, all this illegality, many of them that are keeping quiet, their silence alone is so loud and deafening that you can tell how much endorsements they give to this Bokwari's government to do whatever he's doing right now in Igbo land. Let's take it one after the other so that maybe you can begin to put the pieces together now to understand this. This broadcast is not to defend Obi Cubana. I don't know him, and I don't think we'll have anything to do together ever. But as usual, when you see double standard and you look here, you're like, okay, that's a double standard. That's double standard. Okay, this is what they did to that person who did that. This is what they did to that person who did that. Now, this is what they are doing to this person who also did the same thing. Right? And when you study the whole scenarios and you realize that, well, that is Nigeria. That is Nigeria in this double standard. We all read the reports of Abba Kyari. Listen, oh, we read the report of Abba Kyari, who was a kidnapper for Oshpopi. To those who probably don't remember the story very much, I'll remind you. FBI and the United Arab Emirates government, UAE, they conducted a special operation that nabbed Oshpopi and his gang. In the process of their investigation of those Oshpopi collected money from, they found one Vincent. What is that guy name? Vincent, Abby? They found Vincent, who was kidnapped by Abba Kyari on the order of Oshpopi, because Vincent was talking to Oshpopi's maga that was about to pay $1 million. Are you following? Right? Okay. Oshpopi wanted to collect money from a maga. And Vincent, another partner in crime, had access to that same maga. And Vincent was telling that maga that Oshpopi is a fraudster. He should not give his money to Oshpopi, but give it to him. To cut the bullshit, Oshpopi called Abba Kyari to help him use his Nigeria influence, authority, to help him put Vincent away so that Oshpopi can complete the job and dupe the maga. And that's exactly what happened. Abba Kyari put together his presidential, what's that name they gave to them again? Special task force with police IG, Inspector General Special Task Force, blah, blah, blah. They went and they kidnapped the person disturbing the job of Oshpopi. Oshpopi collected over $600,000 from that person. When he collected the money, Abba Kyari now said, I am feeling sorry for this guy. He's not been feeling well. What do you think we should do to him? Should we release him? It was now Oshpopi that said, okay, maybe, okay, oh yeah, free him. But I will send you to, I'll send someone to you. So when FBI released all this information, they now said, this is just 3 pages of over 4,000 pages of involvement of Oshpopi and Kyari in Nigeria, police officer in Nigeria. And then they traveled to Nigeria for his extradition because there is already a court warrant that he must be arrested and he must be brought to America. There is already a court warrant waiting for him. He had no legal representation in America on that case, but he's hiding in Nigeria because a Boko Haram, a terrorist, a corrupt, fraudulent criminal, and their gang, they are the ones who tell us what is legal, what is illegal. You know what they did when the FBI got to Nigeria? They told him to go into hiding. In order not to make it look like they are not doing anything, they said he's now on suspension. 3 days ago, the police, EFCC didn't get involved. EFCC did not. The FBI found Oshpopi. They link him to, there must be other people too. There must be other people too doing money laundering, using different things as a front. But EFCC did not show, no. Because Oshpopi Kyari is the ringleader of the official kidnapping ring of the government of Nigeria. I'm still coming to that too. But like play, just 3 days ago, the police IG, Nigeria Police Inspector General, came out and he said they have never received any requests from America about Oshpopi Kyari. They've never. But that is not even the joke. The joke started when Taylor Kyari said, yes, he sent his account number to Hush Puppy after he kidnapped Vincent for him. And Hush Puppy only gave him money because Hush Puppy saw the kind of Fulani dresses he put on his Instagram. And Hush Puppy said he needed some. So he now sent money to him as a tailor to make him the same dress. And people were like, Baba, calm down. Oh. Since we don't know Hush Puppy, we never see him on top of native where they're toxin Kyari Gushi or something, I don't know. Then when they said, but what about $10,000? What about this $40,000? What about this other $35,000 you collected? Almost $80,000 you collected from him. Is that also for clothes? He couldn't answer. What about the guy you picked up? This guy where you kidnap, where you not take to court. There's no record anywhere that he was arrested for fraud or anything. You just kidnapped him, put him in a place, and you were feeding him there until he nearly died. What about that? He said, well, he was just a debt collector. That Hush Puppy told him that that guy was owing him money. So since he's owing him, right? He decided to kidnap him as a debt collector. That's how he became another debt collector. That's the part of the joke. But Nigerian police, Nigeria EFCC, the guy is going to come back to work very soon to start to continue his kidnapping job for the. But he's a friend to Obi Cubana. So some people now said, after Obi Cubana's mother's burial, some certain powerful people became enraged. Not because of his money. No. They have an idea. But they felt like, even though they know what he is into, money laundering, and let me tell you something, the best way to clean dirty money is either to put it into construction or put it into club business, put it into hotel business. If you ask yourselves, when your politicians, when they first make their money, the first money they steal from you, where do you think they first invest in? Hotel. The reason why they get into hotel is because it is easier to clean your money. And somebody said, Baba, leave that one. Listen, I'm not disputing anything with you. I'm helping you to help yourself understand so that you don't get to work yourself too much up, work yourself so up. Because you see all these guys, they are all the same. And that is why Biafra won't make sense to them. Oduduwa Republic won't make sense to them. Whether PDP or APC is in power, it doesn't make sense to them. Their job is that they are the big boys in between. All they need is just to make sure that they never step on the wrong toes. And they are also sacrificial lambs too. Yeah, they are also sacrificial lambs too. So when big men wants to prove their power, they drag the source of a link that help them move money. And that's what they do in Nigeria. You will be asking yourselves, how is it so easy, despite this whole world monitoring the movement of money and the rest of that? How is it so easy to move so much money out of Nigeria like that? How? Very easy. There is a reason for why Nigeria continues to be a consuming country. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why they will never develop your electricity. There's a reason why they will never build your refineries. There's a reason why they will never build your roads and everything. Because, things that help them to launder your money goes through these guys. They are the biggest boys. Before now, they never really show interest in politics. They are just like underdogs. But somehow, as your 2023 is approaching, they have finally found out that we are going to treat Obi Cubana as a Biafran, even though he never identified as one. Abba Kyari is a friend to Obi Cubana. The son to the DSS director, very young boy, is a friend to Obi Cubana. The police, what do you call it? The police IG and some of their team, they have their boys that are friends with them. And when you look at what they all have in common, they say they are business moguls. And what is that business exactly? Entertainment business. Very easy. But is he also friend with the likes of Dino? Yes, he is. Is he also friend with the likes of Atifku? Of course, they are pals. They are not really pals. These are the guys who move the money for them here and there. And because they know themselves, they can try to strike him, especially now that movement of money for PDP 2023 is essential. And the likes of APC, they know one thing, and that one thing is how to use power. Call it good, call it bad, they know how to use it very well. And when APC want to come, when you are preparing for your 2023, APC know those who move the money for PDP. And let me tell you something, not because of any other thing, right? Just because you will get to know that this is a class war. And when you talk about class war, you should please know where you belong before you push shirts to fight. They will sacrifice themselves. And that's the point. But the other point here is this. I said something just a few days ago. I said, the elite who are keeping quiet, especially those guys who have found themselves in the position of elite millionaire, okay? We signed a deal with a distillery in Glasgow. There's a company here in Glasgow. There's one big distill company there in Glasgow factory, where I saw a picture of Obi Cubana and his team. They came in this. What do you call it? A sort of a Benz boss. I don't know the name anyway, but sort of kind of a very classic, truck. So they came there and they took picture. They dressed in the, Scottish attire and the rest of that. And I saw that picture. I was like, these guys feels like they are actually Nigerians, and their success should make every young people in Nigeria happy. Normally. Is that what this guy actually feels? Anyway, I like it. It's lovely. It's ambitious, right? It's audacious too, right? But in the Nigeria that you are, trust me, when the time comes, they will always tell you where you belong. And people like us that they call teachers will always then come back to make sense to you. Elite. When you meet them, when they talk about Biafra, they will say, my friend, that's just nonsense. That's to prove that Eastern Nigeria was safe. Yeah? These guys, they did his mom's burial for more than 5-6 days with heavy security presence. And it was actually a very joyous thing to see. No joke. I followed the whole thing. And trust me, I actually respect them. But I see it beyond that. And that's what I believe many people were also thinking then. That is why when they said they invited him yesterday for money laundering, tax evasion, those are the ingredient of telling him that, listen, do you really want to continue to enjoy this, your publicity or what have you? Stay away from PDP. Kajiko, stay away from PDP. If we see you, it won't be a joke. So those of you who were like, hey, this thing where Obi Cubana, they just did, wait for him, Nigeria is going to come for him, Nigeria is going. So meanwhile, all of you, as much as you were like, yeah, some people were fighting themselves. I was seeing all of that. Abusing themselves. Now poverty, they worry you. Now mentality of poverty. When you see two poor people arguing about rich people, they will call themselves all manner of names. So I was seeing all of that. But at the back of everyone's mind then, they were waiting for a day, a breaking news that they will say, oh, it's been this. They did it to, in non-sale motors. They did it to this first one, the first guy that was supposed to be doing cement in Nigeria, Ibeto. This earpiece guy, they have to go to America and dig up his debts about the crime he committed then, right? All of this, they are called compromise. Compromise. Do you understand? Compromise. If me, Maiyegun, that is coming here, opening my mouth, wow, all the time. If to say somebody somewhere is probably bankrolling me, Maiyegun, if I say, sir, I am struggling, I'm just pretending to be okay. I am really, really struggling, sir. Please help me, help my family, sir. And I say, Maiyegun, you are better than that. Don't worry, come on. And they start giving me money. He will be asking, what do you need that money for? I just want to pay for my, for my children's school fees and all of that. So, okay. That's compromise. Maiyegun, come. You have a good name now. Maiyegun, if I say you should help me move £1 million, you are living in the UK, you are a resident there, so, and you have a clean record, no criminal record, nothing. I will give you 10%, don't worry, you are a big boy, you are safe. Just move it for me. They call it compromise. So imagine if somebody now come out and say, oh yeah, I'll see you evidence, so that you're Maiyegun, yeah boy. See how much are they given? See what are they? Now we they work for. That is what is called compromise. When you know they have compromise on you, number one, you have to be careful of what you say and where you are. The moment you misstep, they will just caution you and say, sure, you remember this. That is why many of the elite in Nigeria, many of the elite in southern Nigeria are not bold enough to come out to support those who are taking up the challenge against these marauders that they are looking forward to benefit from. So I have seen people saying, you shouldn't pity him. No. You have to. It doesn't really need your pity. Let me tell you this. What we should always do is that we should remind them that if you are eating with Nigeria today as a southerner, because of whatever you are gaining, you are politically, rewarded, or you are like, whatever they are giving to you right now, that will make you, make you wave aside the sufferings of the people, the crime, state-sponsored crime against the powerless people in that country, right? Don't worry. Keep your silence. Enjoy it. When Nigeria happened to you, see, all of us here, all of us go come, they get opinion. You should have. You shouldn't have. Because Boko Haram's government and their gang, they don't see you as Nigerians. They don't. Because, listen, if anyone sees you as a Nigerian, it will treat you as a Nigerian. Or maybe the Nigerian they see you as is different from the Nigerian you see yourself as, right? If you are seen as one of them, you will be treated as one of them, protected, loved, cared for. But in Nigeria, it is wrongfully forced together. No agreement, no discussion, no negotiation, no nothing. Just through the barrels of gun. And then opinions of others are now being projected on the rest of us. That has now brought about enough division that's made it so difficult for people to work together anymore. And no joke. Yes, you may see politicians. Boko Haram was in Glasgow. You know what they did? They flew Boko Haram from Nigeria to Edinburgh. From Edinburgh, they drove down to Glasgow, like Joe Biden and the rest of them too. And they put the venue of the meeting here. And the venue for where they allow people to actually gather, where they call the green zones, where you can do anything, protest, do all of that, right? Put that one here. Now, when you see the distance, You can't cross over anywhere. And the moment they finish, they ferry all of them again back to Edinburgh. And from Edinburgh to Paris. What did Bokwari come here to do? He came to talk about climate change. Somebody said, what does that even mean to us? I said, no, it doesn't mean anything to you. Don't worry yourself. Bokwari came here and he told people, and he said, he's going back. I mean, in Nigeria, they are going to have a zero emission of gas by 2060. And Jeff Bezos came out and he said, Nigeria is the giant, I mean, it's the biggest country in Africa, giant of Africa, blah, 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 nonsense, right? If Nigeria can achieve that, that's a great thing. That's a great ambitious dream from Bokwari. But in Nigeria, they don't have anything about climate change. Even Nigerians don't have a clue about what you are talking about. Bokwari came here because there is $100 billion at stake for countries who are ready. Any country who says, we are going to go green. Hello. We are going to go green. Going green means that all your kabuka, all your okada, all your generator, everything, you have to bin them. Right? So they have to give you electricity that is, you go green. That's what Bokwari came here to tell them. And they said, that's a very great ambition. 2060. How old would Bokwari be then? 160 years old, Abi? Maybe he will give it to you then and make Nigeria go green. But it's not the green of Northeast. He came here because of that money, because they are going to share, okay, UK alone, the United Kingdom, they are going to spend £3 billion. They are going to give to countries in Africa that are going to say, oh, we are doing something about green energy. Oh, we are now going, meanwhile, they don't have electricity. Everybody have to resort to generator and the rest of that. GBT, fraud, 419. That's what he came here to do. Make appearance, they will give you money. So 2022 now, you will just hear that United Nations Green Energy, they gave Nigeria $200 million to fight climate change. And all of you will be laughing like, hey, they don't pay. MAGA don't pay. EFCC Chairman in Nigeria, because you have a fraudulent government, all right? Since you have a fraudulent government that is fraudulent, because there's no way to describe a fraudulent government than it is injurious, it is killing, it is destructive, and that is what you have, all right? Now, Bokwari will be back in Nigeria. The same Nigeria where your soldiers are murdering harmless people. They said they are looking for ESN IPOB member. No joke. I told you this more than a month ago that Operation Kneel Down, Operation Golden Dawn nonsense they are doing is actually a state of emergency declared on the people of Eastern Nigeria, right? Now, there's this video. I want to share that with you. Sorry, it may kind of be upsetting. And we have been told that this actually happened in Ebonyi, okay? Military all over the world. Olatunji Babatunde, thank you very much. Maiyegun, every one of them will pay for their atrocities. Obi Cubana is paying for his One Nigeria support. I don't want to even make it that way, because now all of us go chop breakfast last, eh? So even those of us, we know the truth. Until the rest who think they are different from us, or we are just overreacting, or we are just paranoid, blah, 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 blah. There's a way Nigeria will happen to them. And then you see, even you, me, all of us who are already victims of their madness, will still be divided and say, hey, it deserve it. Oh, it doesn't deserve it. It deserve it. But last, one day, you will all come together and say, oh boy, if we don't do something, we are done for. Now, when we get to that point, that's the point of no return. Okay? But for now, it is still a class war. Class war. You rub my back, I rub your back, and you have to watch them, and they have to watch us and see us, So there's no difference, so to say. All right? But everybody will have his own share. That is 100% guaranteed. Look at what they see all over the world, except in this corrupt, rigged system like you have them in Nigeria. soldiers, if you see soldiers, man, kò ní dá fún Nàìjíríà, Ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́. Kò ní yẹ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó ti ń darí Nàìjíríà. Seriously, kò ní yẹ Nàìjíríà, kò ní yẹ àwọn tó ń darí Nàìjíríà. I just remember something, right? They messed up with our brain a lot. They destroyed our psyche. If to say, I get one kind juju way very powerful, I for say, oh boy, all the people way made us go through that kind of trauma as kids. Okay. They messed up with us. They really messed us up. Soldiers all over the world, they are actually like doctors. They are like lawyers. They are like consultants, professionals. You know them with guns. There are so many other things they do. The last thing a soldier wants to use is his gun. That is why when a soldier goes to war, it is the last resort. When there is disaster, when there is something happening, right? So when doctors are overwhelmed, when teachers are overwhelmed, when firefighters are overwhelmed, when emergency operators are overwhelmed, they get to drafting soldiers to help. You know why? They are trained on almost everything. A single soldier can perform CPR on somebody that is about to die. A trained soldier can operate and remove a bullet from a wounded person, right, and stitch it up without blinking. That's how much they were trained. A soldier is so good at a numerical measurement that he can tell you the range, a distance, by not even using anything. But, that's how smart they are. A soldier. When a soldier sees a civilian, until recently when we have terrorism where people will be attaching bombs to themselves or attaching bomb to the body of children and use them as suicide bombers, which brought a new training because they won't show anything. But eventually, a soldier will still be giving order before he pull that trigger. Because once he pull that trigger, it doesn't come back to him. He knows where that is going to end. It's not going to miss. A soldier knows that. And he knows the damages that one single bullet will do, not to talk of shooting 100 into the house of civilians. But in Nigeria, that's not how it works. An average Nigerian soldier. I actually have soldier friends who watch Maiyegun's Diary Political and they talk to me too. I wish I can feel sorry for you, but I'm not sorry for you. You choose it. You can't change it. It's going to get worse. You know it. An average Nigerian soldier, for some reason, is built to hate a civilian, like normally. Because when we were growing up, the only authority, somebody like myself, I was born in the 80s, 84 to be precise. So I was born into Boko Haram's first terrorism all over Nigeria, 84. So all I knew all my life is military brutality, military killings, military walking into villages and shooting and killing people, burning properties because somebody offended them. Oh, some guys, they shot a soldier. Oh, some people, they threw stones at the military convoy. Then in return, soldiers will come back and shoot everybody, including children, burn the properties. Then the government will now set up peace committee to tell people to go and bury their dead. You know they are soldiers. You yourself know they offend them. You know soldiers now go, then they hear. They know they hear come. It is only in Nigeria you have soldiers, they say, now go, then they hear. They know they hear come. So as a kid, many kids decided to join one force or another so that they can feel powerful and at the same time protected. So, you know, when you are a police officer, policeman won't slap you. Another policeman won't just say, sit down there, sit on the floor. Oh yeah, bend down. Oh yeah, roll in the water. You know, things that make them feel powerful. Because that's what most of this, look at, I'm going to be 38 years old in few months now, right? I'm going to be 38. Take a look at some of the police officers who are in your inspector general, inspector this, inspector that in your police barracks, and tell me their ages, some of them. Your DPOs, police officers, and the rest of, check and tell me, how old are they? You will see them in their 30s. That means most of them were born when I was born. And I can tell you this for free, that more than 90% of all of them that joined police force of my age, it's not really this bad, though. That's what they say. It's not really this bad then, no. They did not join police force because they want to build Nigerian police. Many of them joined because of hunger, because of lack of employment. And some of them join because it can be an easy way to wealth. So that's what we grew up to know. Police brutality, military this, military that. And that is why when Nigeria military said they are looking for unknown gunmen, they have no blueprints of those they are looking for. Because they are not looking for any unknown gunmen. They are looking to kill the Igbos. It's very simple, very simple. Everything else, Now, trust me. Because I told you about the military training, yeah? And intelligence. They will know who they want. They will know how harmed or how capable is going to resist them. Let me put it this way. If the UK police or UK military, wetin I go do? We go bring military come my house. Maybe I'm making bomb or making something that is about terrorism. But you know one thing? Before they bust my door, they would have done enough confirmed evidence that true, they would have tapped my laptop, tapped my everything, my phones, my everything, my messages, everything. They would have seen enough to say, this one, Alaji Jihadi. This one is going to be a new jihad in the UK. Oh, yeah, go, get them. That's when you will see them bring out guns. In Nigeria, even this is my microphone. If to say I'm doing this in Lagos right now, and somebody will just finish smoking the Colorado, or smoking his gum, right? Or just finish with his drug, and is the leader of the squad that goes out to kidnap people for them, right? He will just sign the order. That Maiyegun, dead or alive? I want to see him. Dead or alive? Dead or alive? I say, Papa, what did Maiyegun do now? Say, hey, obey the first order, obey the last order. Dead or alive? That Maiyegun, I want him dead or alive. Anybody, anything moving, dead or alive. That's it. Military will jump into their trucks. They will load the weapons. They are coming to fight somebody with a mic. Right from their streets. If people who are just walking on their own, now them go announce, say, soldier don't do, they will start shooting from the start of the streets. Because somebody on drug just told them to go and bring Maiyegun to him, dead or alive. And there is no consequences, nothing. Let me show you something, just to have an idea of what I'm talking about, before we finally come back tonight to crush this, okay? Take a look.
Let them know. Everywhere catch fire. Everywhere catch fire. Everywhere
Those are Nigerian soldiers. Yeah. They were looking for ESN. And they went into a village. And they just started shooting. In those villages, you have old men, old women, some of them in their 90s. They've told us that was Ebonyi. It wasn't Enugu. They burn properties, they shoot, and that's it. Unaccounted for, no responsibility, no consequences, nothing. They were and you know one thing, right? When I tell you this, sometimes some people, as much as they enjoy Maiyegun's, they say, my analysis, right? As much as some of them enjoy Maiyegun's analysis, some people believe that I do exaggerate things. Do you know that? Simply because the way I will explain, the way I would sometimes just make a joke out of the side or make a light of it sometimes. Some people feels like Maiyegun sometimes, it's like Maiyegun is exaggerating. You have no idea. You see, until when they make mistake and post themselves doing this once in a while to just give you the idea of what they are not posting, what they are not sharing, that you have no chance of seeing. But their media can tell you it was when they were fighting unknown gunmen. They killed 50 unknown gunmen, and the unknown gunmen, they are IPOB members. But when you go there, because you have no chance of seeing who they killed, right? You will never see them. Then you see 90-year-old man, 80-year-old woman, children, women who were caught in their own homes. Some of them burnt in their homes. And their media will say, see what he has said. See, some people are already saying IPOB brought they brought war to Anambra because they said no election. Did they also bring war to Enugu, where your governor is now the number one Omonile? Do you know that the Enugu governor is now the number one Omonile, land grabber of the state? If your governor is a land grabber, and you can't see one local land grabber they drag with you, go settle them when number one citizen of the state is a land grabber. It's a story for another day. So were the IPOB those who also sent, who also invited the soldiers to Imama village? This is how the place is described, though. Yesterday, on Monday, Nigerian army invaded Isengu, a hamlet in Imama village, Igboho, in Agu, local government area of Enugu State. And they burnt houses with an undisclosed number of youth killed for yet to be identified reasons. They just went into the village and, and just like that, it's just like me and my family in my house now. So I'm talking to you right now. Then, that's me, gone, dead, killed for unknown reason. But it will be blamed on IPOB because it's very convenient. And then you see the Igbos. You see Igbo men, women joining them to condemn IPOB because it is convenient, isn't it? When the IPOB came out and they said, we have nothing to do with this. We have nothing. You see, we may say a lot of things. If we do something, we'll tell you we did it. We have nothing to do with all this criminality. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. Now you. Don't deny. Now you. Yet you see their soldiers there, right? Those are the unknown gunmen you have there. When the military released a statement, they said, oh, look at the IPOB that is always talking tough. I know that's one of the reasons why some of you don't really agree with Simon, because you believe that he talks tough. I wonder how many of you actually lived or survived the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always talked tough. You know that? And there was never a time that any team or any group in Eastern Nigeria came out and started shooting or killing people. No, there was never a time. Nnamdi Kanu talked tough, but he never gave a command for anybody to attack anyone. And guess what? What these people said in one of the interview, the community, they said, why are you killing IPOB members? Why are you killing ESN members and they're going after them, chasing them like they are criminals? These are the people who saved us from the Fulani terrorists who are raping and killing our women. They stopped them. They chased them back to wherever they come from. There's an interview on that. Just that the interview was granted by one of the TV stations in Nigeria that reported my channel to be shut down simply because I shared their video. So that's why I won't show you the video. One of those people there, they said it. That was going on. But it is politics. You know what I'm talking about? It is politics of power and control. And it's about to consume them too. The unknown gunmen, the killers in Biafra land, they are the people doing what they called Operation Golden Dawn. Golden Dawn, killing young people in their villages, in their communities, blaming it on IPOB because they said no election. But some of you actually forgotten that the head of the criminal cabal. Let me. Where's that? I got one from Enugu, and I think. Let's see.
David, the whole building, Bachaloko. Everything totally burnt down. When we go to more pin, with the limo lacha, yeli nebu here to limo lomadujebu, abachale oko pang. Single thing, otule wofu, lebe. So gule and I hope Mamuwa ela kwekwa, even though my wulo, okate heke uko ite lebo la kwekwa. So to la botoche do the situation report, lambolo totoa. As Lambak Balarab, AB 5 a.m. this morning, Ilene Huchandi Ebatobu, Utahabiatalu, Kebi Guai, Obialuso Holene, so Toshido.
Nigerian military, right? I don't know if many of you have heard the audio where one former local government chairman in your state said he worked with those who attacked Oloye Sunday Igboho's house because Igboho talked too much. That Igboho should have continued to champion that Fulani, the Fulani invasion and all of that security in Yoruba land. He should not be talking about Yoruba nation. Because if he continued with that, like Ghanaian Adams, they would have given him money. Because they would pay him good money. They were ready to pay him good money. Then he started bragging, and he told them not to come at night. They should come during the day. That they decided to go at night. He walked with them. I'll try my best to interpret this for you, but I want you to listen to this.
Ìjọba Ọlọ́run tó níwà tí ó láwà tí ó rọ̀sún là wà ó lè amúrè ní nǹkan ó mọ ọrọ̀ agbára tó gbé fún àwọn fún ìjọba ni egungun ààrẹ gangan òun láfi bàjá ẹ̀wé kò sí bí ìrìnàṣẹ́ lágbára tó tí nǹkan bá ṣe egungun ààrẹ kò sí pé yóò máa kápò òye òun ló ní àwa lóru ó ní tá a bá pé 1,000 wá tá a bá wá lóru tí 100 bá pàdánù wa bóyá a lo ọ̀fẹ́ ni ṣùgbọ́n ká má wá lóru láwọn ọgbẹ̀rẹ̀ ká má wá lóru òru ẹ̀gbọ́n la máa wá ẹ mọ̀ pé kò sí orí Ọlọ́run ti ṣàánú Ìgbòho tó they talk too much níbi ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀ nìyí náà ti máa mú alágbára. Nítorí pé Yorùbá náà sọ pé a sọ̀rọ̀ a sọ bótó. The man call Igboho talk too much. Ó ní àníyàn dáadáa, mo kò ní ọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa. Bí o bá dẹ̀ láníyàn dáadáa, bí o bá lọ́rọ̀ dáadáa, àìlọ́rọ̀ dáadáa ni yóò bà níyàn rẹ̀ jẹ́. Ìwọ́n tó jẹ́ kó fall victim ni ẹ́. She will have been a best agitator all over Nigeria. The federal government máa báyìí. Àṣé ìgbà tí tóun ní kọ́kọ́ máa ṣerú ẹ̀ ni. Mo ń kọ́ ló kọ́kọ́ ṣe náà. Ìgbà tí Gani Adams ṣe past government ò fún lówó ni. Wọ́n fún lówó náà. Tó wá gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Fúlàní herdsmen yẹn ló stand on ni. Ìmọ̀lá ọ̀la ojú gbogbo àti mo gbọ́ tán mo mọ̀ tán òun ló padà pa Sunday Igboho náà. Tó bá gbó dúró lórí.
I know some of you have heard the audio, but that is the mindset of some of those weries, the Omo Ale Yorubas, the Jegudu Jera Olonje Yas, Aje Mamobitara, Aje Mamobita Wara Bigbalo, the Olori Brukus that we eat, they've ate there yesterday, ate there today, and they have also eaten there tomorrow. These are the people that every penny, and some of them are watching me too. Some of them are the Agbayas. Oloshiashire, Oloribu, Mashamfani, Akoshibero. But guess what? These are humbled wearies. And, sometimes a good-looking wearies that you see out there. When they tell you why Yoruba nation doesn't make any sense, you will realize that they are talking from the point of their bellies because of what they can get, what they can eat, or what they are not eating that they want to eat. And you say, no matter any point you give to them, they will tell you, no, Baba, that one cannot work in this place. You will think that's it. Okay, what do you think will work? Let's just pray to God. God, we should just... They are the Olori Brukuma Shamfanis that will tell you that whatever Igboho is, whatever Igboho stands for, it should be killed for it. And we ask, what exactly is Igboho's offense? For asking for the Yorubas to protect ourselves? It's not even offering to be our protector. Igboho said, if we don't rise to protect ourselves, we will be gone. We will be counting bodies. He didn't say, hey, I am your, let me protect you. He raised the alarm, and this Olonje Yas, this Olori Brukwa Shire, das. They said he should be killed for it. No wahala. Join them to kill your brother. Join them to nail your brother. Join them to destroy your brother. And while you worship those who are also encouraging them to kill you and kill your brother. Tifnumbu and gang. Maybe you heard about the collapsed building in Lagos. That is what corruption does to you. Maybe some of you believe that your God is a magician, Abi. You have no idea what this guy is, the mess they have put you into. 50 people. 50 people. Well, one of those people who survived the crash, they said government granted 15-story building approval. The developer started building 21. Maybe if the building didn't collapse, he would have built more and possibly make it 30 and say he had the engineering know-how. Corruption, that's what corruption does to you. Get what I mean now? That's what it does. It kills. Corruption kills. But it doesn't kill immediately. It takes time. Consequences of it catch up. Not too long, but it catch up so well. And the consequences of that is, in fact, fatal. We'll talk about that some other time. So the current EFCC chairman, what's it they call him? Bawa. The guy that they told us that is currently do you know that the EFCC chairman himself is being investigated for a stolen 650 billion naira for oil subsidy? Did you know that? He continued to deny, but he's still going to court. Did you know that? That is the man that invited your Cubana. They said he was insult. No, let's say they call that thing again. Insulting the naira, being destroying. No, it's not destroying the naira. You know, they were throwing money. They were, all of them throwing money. They were throwing money at Bokwari's son's wedding, when Yusuf was doing wedding, when they were dancing, what's it this Slantani Bile song, Slantan, they were spraying money, abusing the naira. I thought insulting the naira. So they said he evaded tax. He's not been paying tax. Of course, it's going to be like all other criminals who have been using their crony capitalism to steal from you. Open hotels. They don't pay tax. They still use the government money to pay their staff. And once they are no longer in government, their staff are no longer paid anymore. The hotel will close down. And they will say, I remember when this man was still there. This hotel used to be very, very bubbling and powerful. But now, nobody they go there anymore because now government money that they take run the place. You think they have business? That man is a billionaire. He has 15 houses. You get what I mean now? So they are all into money laundering. So if they investigate themselves, they should all be in jail, including Bokwari. Do you get what I mean now? So if you are still one of those elites who has gained so much from Nigeria, the only thing you can do right now is to join those who are championing the change and the breakup of Nigeria from this kind of, scavenging, what's it they call them again? They call them leeches. These leeches. Let's demarcate the line. Support the movement that gives the southern Nigeria its own freedom and independence. Break it away, so that a Bawa, a criminal, will not be dragging your Obi Cubana. If Obi Cubana is into any illegality, the law will catch up with him immediately, not using any party, by the way. There will be no party. If you want to run a country that is indeed free of all these vices. The bad thing is that, right, they will say, na me and you, they bring a bad name to Nigeria. Meanwhile, they are those who are actually bringing the worst of the worst name. Now, me and you, they pay the price. That is why they blame me and you. They say, all of you, if you reach abroad, you have to behave yourself. Oh, don't destroy the name of Nigeria. But the people here, they know the thieves. They know your money launderers. They know your human traffickers. They know all of your criminals who are honorable men and women that all of you fight and defend every now and then, simply because they come from your tribe. Me and you be the victims, so that when we get to airports, they can fly private jets. They are the elite. But I'm advising them today, channel your resources to something meaningful now. Nigeria will break you. Nigeria will destroy you. And most of you will end up running away and living in exile. You see, Nigeria will not be accommodating for you. And then the same people you don't want to listen to, the same people they are setting up, and then they're trying to tag and blame for everything. And you pretty much living in denial of it, yeah? They will still be there. Channel your resources to this. Not if a single of them could even like come out and say, waiting on them they cannot do. But rather, they are mingling and in order to validate that Nigeria is one, they are meeting, joining up parties, joining up here and there, taking pictures to tell you and me that will be like saying, na me and you they craze, na me and you no get brain, na me and you they get problems, because na me and you, it be like saying na only me and you they see Nigeria problem. Nigeria no get problem because Obi Cubana burial link all of them together. There is no enemy. Nigeria is a great country. Nigeria is Obi Cubana is flying private jet. If you are an Igbo man and you think you are marginalized, look at Obi Cubana and his boys, because they are doing legit now. Nobody fit touch them. Really? Voila. We shall see. Make I go drink my tea. I'm coming back later tonight if I still have the energy, right? But if I don't come back tonight, watch this video again. I actually want to come back tonight because there's a lot I want to talk about the Anambra election. All of you have suddenly forgotten about Uba family. No be juju be that. All of you blaming IPOB suddenly forgot about Uba family. Chris Uba, Andy Uba, Shuba, wait be that one name? Is it Shuba Umani or something? The Anambra terrorist family. Okay. Well, for those who have already signed the contract, those ones have already joined them in APC to make Andy Uba. Did you watch their debates, by the way? Did you watch Anambra governorship debates? Ozigbo, I've been waiting for that one name, Ozigbo or Uzigbo, Soludo, and Andy Uba. Did you watch my show? Are those the people you want to go and line up and vote for? I mean, even Soludo, empty people, complete empty. No, see, anybody will then say anybody I give to you. Trust me, take it from me. You are already done for. Nothing good is coming out of it. Forget it. So maybe that would then make all of you realize that the elites that are united over your mystery, until they are gone, we will not be ready to free ourselves. So I'm going to see you later tonight. If you have the time, join me. Nigerian time don't change. UK time don't change. What time is it now? Tell me your time. If you are watching me from Nigeria, tell me, what is your time in Nigeria now? My own time is 4:56 p.m. Yours should be 5:56 p.m. It should be getting close to 6 o'clock now. I'm just getting to 5 o'clock. I will see you later tonight. You have not really missed much. Myself, I don't want to bottle this whole thing up, because if I come later tonight, I want to take calls. I've not heard from my friends in a while, so I want to take calls. Okay, so that's why I'm just going to use my first 30 minutes, 1 hour, pour my mind, talk about things. Then it will be your turn. Okay, so my friends on Facebook, thank you so much for joining me. By the way, yeah, it's to 6. So Nigeria is now 1 hour ahead of the UK. So to all my friends, Maiyegun General friends all over the world with different time zones, right? You are watching this program because you have 1 or 2 things you want to know about Nigeria and all that, right? Trust me, when you check your time, just check Nigerian time. When Nigerian time says 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., yeah? I don't know your own time, but when Nigerian time says 5 p.m., just know that it is 4 p.m. Maiyegun's time. Then use that to set your time. 4 p.m. And you know what I mean? I'll see you some other time. Thank you very much. So my friends on YouTube, give that like under that video. And when we see later tonight, we'll continue from here.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Ẹ̀súnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé